Welcome to Vegas Hockey Hub here in the sports entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, in PRConnectionRadio.com, the voice of new media. I'm your host, Ian Kelly, and we have been having some amazing content here on PR Connection Radio. And when it comes to the NHL world, when it comes to the Vegas Golden Knights, they have had an amazing, I mean amazing start the 2022-2023 NHL season. There's been a lot of potential from Vegas in the first 15 so games of NHL season. Now, what I'm going to be doing on tonight's episode 25 of Vegas Hockey Hub, is that I'm going to be giving you not one, not two, not three, not four, but I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why your Vegas Golden Knights are going to win Lord Stanley's Cup. Why Vegas is going to be your NHL champion, the best team in the NHL for 2023. So, when you really examine Las Vegas, there is the first reason why Vegas Golden Knights are going to win 2023 Stanley Cup is star players are staying healthy. Now, if anyone remembers year 5, anyone who's a Golden Knights fan, anyone who was a hockey fan who remembers 2021, 2022, you will recall that the Vegas Golden Knights had an injury bug that affected the entire season. Almost the entire organization was out at some point. There were star players missing 10, 15, 20 games throughout the entire year. When the Vegas Golden Knights played last season, there were stretches of time where the top 6 was the bottom 6 at the beginning of the year. That is how injury prone the Vegas Golden Knights were in that 2021-2022 season. Just to give you a reference point, Chandler Stevenson missed a trio of games last season. Well, Jack Eichel, their superstar, he only played in 34 games last year. Mark Stone, the captain of the Vegas Golden Knights in year 5, 2021-2022, only played in 37 games. Riley Smith, he missed time. There was a lot of players that missed stretches of time in 2021, 2022, and it no doubtedly affected Vegas on how they missed the playoffs for the first time in their franchise history. So star players needing to stay healthy was vital for 2022, 2023. Now, let's go to this current season. Because Vegas has had almost all of their players start all 16 games up to this point. I want you to understand, Vegas in 17 games, Chandler Stevenson has not missed one. Jack Eichel has not missed one. Mark Stone has not missed one. That entire second line of Riley Smith, William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault have not missed a game. Veterans like Phil Kessel have not missed a game. His Ironman streak is still going. Nick Waugh, a guy on the bottom 6 who should be on the top 6 at some point in Vegas, he has not missed a game. But what about the defense, Ian? Has the defense missed any games for the Vegas Golden Knights? Alec Martinez has played every game. Alex Pietrangelo, the best defenseman on the team, has not missed a game. The reliable and consistent Brayden McNabb has not missed a game. The future superstar in Shea Theodore has not missed a game. Even on your bottom line, Zach Whitecloud has not missed a game. So your players staying healthy has been vital to the Vegas Golden Knights being the best record in the Western Conference to begin the 2022-2023 NHL season. I also want to give a shout out to the goaltending as well. No goalie has had to sit out amount of time this year due to injury. Last year, Robin Leonard was injured at some point. Laurent Brisebois was out at some point. It felt like injuries had affected Vegas, even in net in year 5. Well, year 6, Vegas has not had a problem when it comes to the goaltending. It has not had a problem in terms of being on the IR for defense. And it hasn't been a problem for their top 6. So the first reason why the Vegas Golden Knights will win the 2023 Stanley Cup is their star players are staying healthy. They have played every single game this season in Vegas so far. The second reason why the Vegas Golden Knights will win the 2023 Stanley Cup: defense, defense, defense. The Vegas Golden Knights under Bruce Cassidy have become more of a defensive-minded organization. Vegas plays on a more defensive-minded approach when the Vegas Golden Knights are on the ice. And when you compare it to Pete DeBoer and what Pete DeBoer was doing in Vegas in those 3 years, they did not play the same style that the Vegas Golden Knights are doing right now. Bruce Cassidy has taken the Vegas Golden Knights and they have capitalized on the fact that guys like Mark Stone are excellent on defense. They have capitalized on the bottom 6 and having a bunch of grinders like William Karlsson and having bruisers like Keegan Kolazar. They have taken advantage of people who are defensive-oriented, someone like Paul Cotter, for example, the way he plays on offense. And a notable shout-out to the 3 defensive pairings for Vegas. All of the defensemen for Vegas have a positive plus-minus in 17 games this year. Alec Martinez, a +7. Alex Pietrangelo, who already has 13 points in 17 games, has a +3. Brayden McNabb, yeah, he only has 5 points in 16 games, but he has a +6. Shea Theodore is in the top 5 in the entire NHL with a +14, and he also has 11 points in 16 games, so he's been able to do both sides. He's a two-way defenseman at this point. Nick Hague and Zach Whitecloud have managed to combine for a +7 on defense. So every single defenseman for Vegas has done their job, and that is playing defense, getting in front of the puck, stopping shots from getting in the back of the net, being on the back check. Vegas has capitalized, and Bruce Cassidy should get a lot of credit for this. Vegas has made an opportunity, and they have done better because of said opportunity. So that's the second reason why your Vegas Golden Knights will win Lord Stanley Cup in 2023. Now, the third reason why Vegas will win the Stanley Cup is the second line is performing like year 1. Now, to give you some context, the second line for the Vegas Golden Knights is Riley Smith, William Karlsson, and Jonathan Marchessault. Riley Smith, William Karlsson, and Jonathan Marchessault have been together since year 1. Riley Smith, William Karlsson have had 6 years of chemistry on the ice. They know each other forwards and backwards. Riley Smith, William Karlsson, and Jonathan Marchessault, they understand their strengths. They know their weaknesses. they have played together for so long. And by the way, Riley Smith and Jonathan Marchessault, they also played in Florida in 2016, 2017. So they would know each other for 7 years. Carlson, Smith, and Marchessault would know each other for 6. The resurgence of the KMS line is incredible. All right. The resurgence and the reemergence of that line has a lot to do with how Vegas is going to be a cup contender in 2023. Riley Smith having 8 goals in 17 games shows that Riley Smith has been a little bit of a comeback from what he did in Vegas. Keep in mind that Riley Smith in year 5 of the Vegas Golden Knights only had 16 goals in 56 games. Right now, he is averaging half a goal he's pretty much averaging a goal every other game. All right, 8 goals in 17 games. He's pretty much averaging a goal every other game. William Karlsson having 9 assists in 16 games. He has been having 13 points in 16 games. I want you to keep in mind, he only had 12 goals in 67 games all of year 5. He has already had 4 goals in just 17 games. So he is scoring a goal 1 in every 4 games. So Riley Smith is having a comeback. William Karlsson is having a comeback for what we've seen in the past 2 seasons. And Jonathan Marchessault has been a standout. 6 goals in 16 games. However, Jonathan Marchessault, in terms of on-ice performance, passing the puck around, getting it to his other teammates, he has been building the Vegas Golden Knights, and he has actually been making that second line better because of him being on it. I recall that last season, there was talk and speculation of breaking up the KMS line. There was this idea of breaking up Marchessault, Karlsson, and Smith, and putting Marchessault on the first line. Having Jonathan Marchessault play with Mark Stone and with Jack Eichel. There was a bunch of talk about doing it. I also recall that last season, in year 5 of the Vegas Golden Knights campaign, there was discussion about potentially replacing William Karlsson with a Chandler Stevenson, replacing William Karlsson with a Nick Waugh, having the potential of putting William Karlsson in the middle 6, having him be on the third line with Brett Howden, having him be on the third line with Phil Kessel. I remember that conversation very well. Well, then the consensus was, look, we have Riley Smith, we have William Karlsson. Yeah, we could put Nicholas Waugh on that line if we have to. But what they did is that because they understood the chemistry and because they acknowledged how well Karlsson, Marchessault, and Smith have performed in the 5 years they have been together as a unit, year 6, Bruce Cassidy kept them together. And instead, they promoted Chandler Stevenson to be on that first line with Mark Stone and with Jack Eichel. And I could say very confidently, just looking at a stat sheet, Chandler Stevenson was the right choice. 16 points in 16 games. Chandler Stevenson has been averaging a point per game with the Vegas Golden Knights. Chandler Stevenson has been performing excellently with Mark Stone and with Jack Eichel. So the second line performing like 2017, 2018, where Riley Smith had 22 goals and 60 points, where William Karlsson had 43 goals and 78 points, and Jonathan Marchessault had 27 goals for 75 points. Year 1 of the Vegas Golden Knights was built on that pillar of Riley Smith, Jonathan Marchessault, and William Karlsson. Made no doubt about it, I made a video, an episode of Vegas Hockey Hub, talking about the 4 pillars of the Vegas Golden Knights. And I talked about how Riley Smith, how William Karlsson, and how Jonathan Marchessault are the pillars of the Vegas Golden Knights, how they have been the foundation of Vegas. And them coming back and performing similar to year one in the first 20 games of the season, that has been incredible. And if the Vegas Golden Knights can keep that up for an entire 82-game season, and then they could turn that around and play 25 extra games in the playoffs, you are going to have a Stanley Cup champion in Vegas. So, getting back to the 5 reasons why the Vegas Golden Knights will win the 2023 Stanley Cup. Reason number 4. It will be because of your 2022-2023 William Jennings Trophy winners, Adin Hill and Logan Thompson. Now, for the people who are casual hockey fans who don't know what the Jennings Trophy is, that goes to the goalie tandem that has the lowest goals against average in the NHL. What this trophy goes to is the pair of goaltenders who have the best season based off of goals against average. In 2022-2023, it's a small basis, but I'm going to use it for now. Adin Hill has a goals against average of 2.23. Adin Hill, so far, has a goals against average of 2.23. Logan Thompson, the 25-year-old rookie, 92.5 save percentage. Adin Hill, the 26-year-old they got from San Jose, has a save percentage of 92.0. Logan Thompson and Adin Hill have been playing on par with each other this entire season. Adin Hill and Logan Thompson have been doing exceptionally well for Vegas. And I also want to point out that when it comes to Logan Thompson, he has already won 8 games this year. Adin Hill has already won 6 games this year. Logan Thompson and Adin Hill have combined for that 14-3 record in Vegas. So Adin Hill and Logan Thompson have done their part. They have contributed to Vegas' success. And if Vegas has the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, they have the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Hill and Thompson is a huge part of it. So as we are talking about the 5 reasons why your Vegas Golden Knights will win the 2023 Stanley Cup, here's a recap real quick. Number 1, star players are staying healthy. Eichel, Stone, Smith, Karlsson, Marchessault, all staying healthy. Number 2, defense. The defense is performing a lot better than last year. Bruce Cassidy has done a good job with the defense. Number 3, the second line of Smith, Marchessault, and Karlsson are performing like year number 1. The resurgence of the KMS line has been incredible. And reason number 4, the great job Adin Hill and Logan Thompson have done in net for Vegas. Now, the 5th and final reason why your Vegas Golden Knights are going to win the 2023 Stanley Cup, because they have the best bottom 6 in the NHL. Now, we have done a video on Vegas Hockey Hub about the best bottom 6 in hockey. We have discussed in good detail how the Vegas Golden Knights have the most well-rounded and the most efficient bottom six in all of hockey. How Brett Howden, Phil Kessel, Paul Cotter, William Carrier, Nicholas Waugh, and Keegan Kolazar have constructed and have built the best bottom six that hockey has today. Not only do you have your two grinders, your two stone walls, your stone hands in William Carrier and Keegan Kolazar, but you have a legit goal scorer in Nicholas Waugh. Nicholas Waugh had 15 goals last year. He already has 4, and you're not even a quarter in. Phil Kessel, the Iron Man of the Vegas Golden Knights. He is soon to get to 1,000 games played consecutively. He puts in that work day in and day out. Brett Howden is efficient. He shows up every single day. He clocks in, he clocks out. He gets a job done. And then Paul Cotter, who is with the Henderson Silver Knights, he already has 4 points, a +4 in 6 NHL games for the Vegas Golden Knights. He is also the youngest player on the Vegas Golden Knights roster at 22 years old. So Vegas has a solid, steady bottom six in the NHL. And when we compare the bottom six, Montreal's is pretty good. Seattle's does very well. The LA Kings is efficient as well. But Vegas had the best in the NHL. In terms of goals, in terms of assists, in terms of points, the Vegas Golden Knights were ranked first in the NHL. So when it comes to Vegas and when it comes to Vegas Golden Knights, those are the 5 reasons why your Vegas Golden Knights are going to win the Stanley Cup. But I will give an honorable mention. I will give an honorable mention. Or more importantly, a honorable reason. And that is because the management of the Vegas Golden Knights are making smart moves. Kelly McCrimmon and George McPhee have made excellent decisions the past 12 months. I know there's some people who are going to bash Kelly McCrimmon. There are going to be some people who are going to bash George McPhee. Well, my argument's going to be the Vegas Golden Knights trading and then extending Chandler Stevenson was an excellent move. The Vegas Golden Knights getting a legit superstar in Jack Eichel was an excellent move. Vegas trading for Mark Stone and essentially giving up nothing in the deal was one of the best moves they have made. And this past offseason, in the 2022 NHL offseason, bringing back Riley Smith on a $5 million deal. Fantastic move. Bringing in a veteran in Phil Kessel on a 1-year deal was a perfect bottom six acquisition. Signing Nicholas Waugh to a $3 million deal, having him be on the bottom six, was a solid addition that Vegas did. And I also want to give a pretty big shout out for them figuring out the Nicholas Hague situation. Having Nick Hague at 23 years old come back as a RFA. So the Vegas Golden Knights, Kelly McCrimmon, and George McPhee, they did a pretty good job. I'm giving them credit. So Kelly McCrimmon and George McPhee have done some solid moves. But the one move that they made that doesn't get enough respect is bringing in Bruce Cassidy. Is signing Bruce Cassidy from the Boston Bruins, a guy who is a top 5 coach in the NHL, and making him their head coach. Signing Bruce Cassidy to a multi-year deal. Having him sign a 5-year deal worth $4.5 million to be here in Vegas was a fantastic move. I think what they did was solid in Vegas. Now, will he be the coach for all 5 years? We'll have to wait and see. But right now, based off of how Bruce Cassidy has been performing, the Vegas Golden Knights, he has earned that 5-year deal. So we have about 5 minutes left here on Vegas Hockey Hub. So let's go over the 5 reasons one more time. The 5 reasons why the Vegas Golden Knights, your Vegas Golden Knights, are going to win the 2023 Stanley Cup. Number 1, star players are staying healthy. You are not having a huge amount of players that have sat out at this season. They're all staying healthy. Reason number 2, defense. The team is playing more defensive-oriented, and they're doing a fantastic job under Bruce Cassidy. Reason number 3, the KMS line of Carlson, Marchessault, and Smith performing like they did back in 2017, 2018. Reason number 4, the emergence of the goaltending tandem, Aiden Hill and Logan Thompson. And reason number 5, the Vegas Golden Knights had the best bottom 6 in the NHL. So with us having about 4 minutes left here on the show, what is the odds for the Vegas Golden Knights to win the Stanley Cup? Where do the odds makers have Vegas in terms of winning a Stanley Cup? Well, according to BetMGM, I was actually there earlier today, the Vegas Golden Knights are 10-1 to win the Stanley Cup. That puts them at 4th in the NHL. Colorado is the odds-on favorite. All right, they are plus 475. The Boston Bruins are plus 800. They're 8-1. Carolina Hurricanes are plus 900. But then after them is Vegas at plus 1,000. So Vegas is 2nd in the West and 4th overall. Now, Colorado versus Vegas in the Western Conference Finals. That'd be a great matchup. Having Vegas take on Boston, Bruce Cassidy's former team, would be glorious. Hey, maybe they'd take it on Carolina, plus 900. Max Pacioretty, Dylan Coghlan, former Golden Knights out there in Carolina. How about we go a little bit down? How about Toronto, plus 1,200? I mean, after all, a Canadian going up against Vegas, that would terrorize the entire NHL. So Vegas being 10-1 to win the Stanley Cup. Those are some good odds right there. As a matter of fact, I would take those odds. If I'm a Vegas Golden Knights fan, if I'm 10-1, I would happily take that bet. Because my angle and my argument to you is that the Vegas Golden Knights will win the 2023 Stanley Cup. That in June of 2023, the Vegas Golden Knights are going to be having a parade down the strip of Las Vegas. That your Vegas Golden Knights are going to be hoisting a parade. You're going to be seeing buses go down Las Vegas Boulevard. And when it does, I will be smiling from ear to ear. Because your host, Ian Kelly, would have predicted that the Vegas Golden Knights, 6 months in advance, have won the 2023 Stanley Cup. So let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the chat if you agree or disagree that the Vegas Golden Knights will win the Stanley Cup. And until next time, I'm your host, Ian Kelly. Follow me on social media at IanRakelly18 and follow the show at Vegas Hockey Hub. We're going to have a fantastic episode, a bunch of episodes next week. So until next time, I'm your host, Ian Kelly. Have a fantastic one. Continue watching hockey. Go support junior hockey. Go night. Go Knights, go. Until next time, have a good one.